What's going on, brother?
What's up, dude?
Nothing, man. I just I had to jump onto my chat real quick because we got that Chase over there that's 29-month member, and I had to make sure he wasn't going to try and drop any of those, member posts that they get to drop, every once in a while. I don't know how often they get to
Yeah,
drop
we've
those,
been
but
we've been monetized that long.
I guess so. I guess so because Chase has been there since day one, so I guess it's been 29 months, and it
And I
doesn't feel
and I
like that long.
monetized right after
Right
you.
after me, right after me. I doesn't feel that long, but I mean, it's very possible. Hey guys, I see everybody coming into the chat right now, and we're gonna get to the chat here in a minute, like we always do. But go ahead and hit that thumbs up real quick. I mean, I haven't even hit the thumbs up, but if you hit that thumbs up for me, I truly appreciate you. Truly appreciate you. We got a lot of stuff that we're gonna talk about today, and a lot of people don't know that me and you and like three other people are all in a group chat. And we kind of like chat sometimes, and it's really just an open discussion, and we're not going to say who's in the chat with us because we're not going to do any clout chasing. but there's the
Oh,
we
that's what our discussion was about
no,
today.
no, we're not going to even talk about that either. So we're not even going to talk about that. But we have a chat where we talk about some stuff. And
You have to know the super secret handshake to get into
yeah,
the group
yeah,
chat.
you get to know the super secret handshake, man, like the little rascals, man. I used to love that the He-Man Woman Hater Club.
It is kind of
But
like a He-Man woman hater club.
it might be a He-Man woman hate. I don't know if it's a woman hater club, but it's
No.
definitely the He-Man club. So I mean, we got some of that we're going to talk about. I want to kind of touch on the VHSs again for a minute, and there's some other pops that are coming out, and then we're not just talking about Funko anymore. We kind of got some pop culture stuff that's going to be added in there. What you been up to this week, brother?
Not much. Well, actually, last weekend was actually rather busy. We did go out. Of course, my anniversary, my 19th year anniversary was yesterday.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Um, And thank you all to because I think I posted a little video on Instagram. So thank you to all who said happy anniversary. So I took my wife out. I didn't film it because
Sometimes you can't.
we don't
Yeah,
get to go out just the two of us very often. So
sometimes you don't.
we wanted to just go out, and then we went to a really nice restaurant out of Disney. It's a and I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing this wrong, but it's pretty much like Toledo's, which is up on the very top of the Grand Destino. And they had this prime rib for two, and then you get two sides that are a la carte. But it's one of those places that you almost get like a main entree, and then you got to buy a la carte type items. But
Oh, I love those places.
it was a little expensive, but
Love those
it was
places.
okay. But man, this prime rib came out for
Oh
two, and it
man, now
was
you're talking my favorite
huge.
cut of meat.
Oh, it was huge, and we couldn't finish it though. But it was fantastic. Views were great. We didn't stay late enough to watch the fireworks off the balcony, but that was okay. But yeah, it was a fun time. We just went out, and then um, Sunday we were hanging around the house, and I don't know something clicked on my thing about a rocket launch, and we do rocket. There's rocket launches that happen all the time out here in Florida. But we're like, hey,
Yeah, all the time, all
there's
the
a
time.
rocket launch tonight. Let's go. Why don't we go out to the port? We'll go watch the cruise ships. I saw that there was like four ships. In fact, the Disney Wonder. I haven't even put up any shorts about that one yet. But man, that not the Disney Wonder, the Wonder of the Seas, which is the world's largest cruise ship right now. My God, that thing was huge. But we watched cruise ships, and then so we waited. I think about 45 minutes later, like maybe an hour after the cruise ships left, was supposed to be the rocket launch. We got all the way down to it said T-0, and we're like, nothing's going on. And then we went back online. They pushed it back last minute to 8:50. And we're like, nah, we ain't staying and watch this thing.
I
But it was a good time out with the family. We had a lot of fun. We love going out to the port.
I knew Chase was gonna drop that 29-month membership badge. Appreciate you, brother. Truly do. No, so a lot of people don't know this. Florida does have rockets that go off all the time, all the time. So I used to do a lot of work down in Cape Canaveral, Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and they come out of Cape Canaveral all the time. A lot of people don't know this. Rockets don't go straight up.
Mm-mm.
Rockets kind of take this wicked angle, and you think that they're going over the ocean to dump somewhere is what you think going on there. And I actually had to ask one of the guys one time. I said, "What is going on?" They boomerang rockets into outer space. It's not like what you think. They don't
Because we're on a
they don't
curve, so you
right.
kind of
They
come
don't
out.
shoot them straight up. They use the Earth's curvature to boomerang those things, and it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
we
absolutely
did we
insane.
did see it eventually go up. We were driving home. We saw it behind us because it was dark at that time. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, go out to Port Canaveral. If you go out to Jetty Park and you can kind of park right along the rocks. If you want to fish and you got a saltwater fishing license, you can fish right there. But you can watch cruise ships and straight ahead of you. I mean, at a distance, of course, you can see where the rockets are, and it would be a great, excuse me, a great spot to see it.
So, diss tracker himself, Johnny Knight, dropped his 8-month badge. You guys are killing it. You guys are killing it tonight with those badges, man. Killing it tonight. So those rockets are a lot of fun. I'm glad y'all had fun, man. I'm glad y'all had fun. I really am glad y'all
Nice
had
little
fun.
family time.
So let's hit that chat up real quick. I see that we have a lot of people over there. There's a lot of people blowing it up. All of the OG members of the lives that we do are in the house. So let's hit them up real quick.
All right. So we had in here nice and early. We had Miss Christina Payne, the
Miss
best one in the
Christina
business.
Payne is in the house.
We had Chase's Kingdom. Hails to the Kingdom. What's up, buddy? We had Zach
Zach
Bonifer in the
Bonifer.
house. What's going on, man? We got
Wayne
Simon
Coe is in
Crook
the
in the
house.
house. Our
What's
part of
up,
our
Simon?
it's part of our was it Canadian Mafia?
Sure,
What are we calling
100%.
it? Sure.
He's part of the Moose Knuckle Club.
The Moose Knuckle. There we go.
Moose
The
Knuckle
Moose
Club.
Knuckle Club.
Yeah, it's part of the Moose Knuckle Club.
We've got Crazy Scottish Pop Collector. What's going on, buddy? Appreciate you stopping by. Uh,
This is all you.
right,
I'm
right,
not helping. I don't know. It's all you.
Ryan,
Hmm.
I don't know,
I
something
don't
like
know.
that. I
I'm
appreciate you
skipping
stopping on
skipping
by.
over it.
We've also got Johnny Sachs. New. I haven't seen this one before, but welcome. We've
Who
of
do we
course
got?
got Johnny Knight in the house.
Hey,
What's
so check
going
this
on?
out. Stop on Johnny Knight for a second. Hey, Johnny, check this out, man. At some point, you won a soda for me, and this soda's just been sitting on my desk with all of the other stuff that's been sitting on my
Yeah,
desk, and
I'm really bad. It's coming. They're going out soon.
it
All
got
my stuff.
hidden. I don't know how long it's been here. I'm truly sorry because I don't know how long it's been here. I just kind of found it today. I'm gonna like throw it in a box with some other cool stuff in a box to make up for how long it's just been kind of sitting here. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
I do have a bunch of stuff stacked over here that I do have to get out. I do apologize. This past month and a half has been really crazy. So I usually do the same thing regardless because I've got a whole box of old stuff
I
over
try
here in the
not to
corner.
because it'll sit there forever.
Yeah.
I seriously try not to. I see that we got the Lou in the house. How are you doing
I
tonight,
got a bunch
brother?
of old stuff. I'll probably toss in boxes as well. We got the Lou. Andrew, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate you stopping on by as always. And I
Moose
think we
Knuckle
are caught up.
5. I knew it would come up. I knew it would come up.
So that's
So
where we're at.
I want to go over. We're gonna wait a minute before we talk about that. Let's talk about the VHS. So Entertainment Earth has dropped some of these VHS, and I don't really know how you feel about them yet. So I'm gonna pull these up, and then I'm gonna talk about some other stuff that's going on in Funko right now. But mind you, I'm not gonna get like real like detailed into it. And I'm not gonna get negative because I decided there's too much of that going on for me to fall into that trap. So what do you think? What does the chat think?
I won't be getting them. I won't be getting. I don't like the figures themselves.
The figures themselves all have the same face. They feel like this is what it feels like to me.
It's a
This
Dorbs
feels like
meet
we
gold.
rebranded the Funko Gold.
Well,
The Funko
to me, it's like a combination between Dorbs and gold.
it to me this feels like they knew the gold wasn't working. So we rebranded the Funko Gold with the VHS album, even though this VHS album is really small. I mean, this VHS tape thing is you wouldn't believe how small this thing is unless you've seen one. At first, I thought they were going to be the same size as a regular VHS. I don't know if you're old enough in the chat to remember this. I know some of us are. They were, I mean, they were significantly, I'd say about 9 inches, right? Would you say about 9 inches is how big they were?
Probably about 9-10 inches.
9-10 inches, somewhere in there. I thought these were going to be the same thing. I thought they were going to be pretty cool until I got to see one, and I've been rather disappointed.
Let's see. I've got this is an
actual. They're not the
actual.
size of the soda, Christina. They're smaller than the sodas.
So this
100%
is
smaller.
the actual size of a normal VHS tape. So I don't even think I have a ruler around.
Well, I don't. So I didn't actually get one of the boxes of Fun on the Run. Justin got one and let me open it for him. So I don't have the VHS to show you where I would. It is a really it's no bigger than my hand. I mean, it's small. It's significantly smaller than you would think. I mean, it's significantly smaller than you would think. It's somewhere between it's somewhere between a soda and a mini is the size
Well,
of it.
and I agree with Lua what he just said. Disney, well, okay, Blockbuster, which is what they're basing this off of, came out
Yeah,
in
true.
cases
He's
like this.
right.
But typically, Disney is the only ones that came out in cases similar to that. All other VHSs came in just a cardboard sleeve.
Yeah, true, true. So if you got them in those kind of a cases like that, it was some kind of limited edition. It was some kind of Disney. It was something that caused them to go to that case. 100% correct. 100% correct.
But they also remind me of my kids' little tykes, the little tyke toys that my kids had as toddlers. You know, oh, I like the premise of it. I like maybe even the shelfability of the VHS case itself. But if I'm purely collecting because of the figurines and stuff like that, yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna waste my money.
So that's what made me get behind these is that I thought that you were going to have this really cool VHS replica like case. You were going to put it on yourself. You're going to take the little guy out. You're going to put the little guy in front of it. Or maybe you weren't going to take the guy out at all. Maybe you were going to leave them all on yourself like that. And when your friends came over and they said, "What is that?" You say, "Oh, cool. Let me show you." Right. And you'd pull him out and you'd open it up. But that's not it at all what you're getting. So what would happen is somebody would come to your house and they say, "What is that tiny thing on your shelf?" And you'd say, "Oh, don't let me show you because I overpaid for it." I mean,
Well, you know,
so
if it's that small, it seems like it's going to be one of those. You remember when smaller camcorders started to come out, and they came with those mini DV tapes, probably
yes.
about the size of that.
So this thing right here reminds me of the Dorbs. So this is like a mix between a
Yeah.
Dorb and a soda. I mean, that's what I would call it. It's a mix between a Dorb and it's not even a Dorb. What do you call those things that are made by Mattel?
Oh,
What are those?
I just the little tykes. Um, uh, my kids have a whole bunch of them
They
today.
just started making them in Golden Girls and all kinds of
Yeah.
different things now. You could buy them in all kinds of little things, or the things that your toddlers played with that you can't pull the figures off of. Um, it's just really weird. To believe it or not, Lou, I don't think this figure right here is horrible. This is like the first one I pulled up that I was like, man, this one isn't terrible. I was like, I could see this if it was bigger.
It would go
If
with
it
my Griswold collection, but no, don't like it. That buzz is freaking horrible.
so to me that they fell into the same trap though that you fell into.
But they well, no, I agree with you. They're following the same. But even this, you know, it's like they had to have something. So they felt sodas was starting to die out. Let's do something similar. We'll do this because the chases are just as bad. Look at this chase. Oh, it's a cover or no cover. It's like that's stupid.
To me this really feels like we were going after Mattel's side where they came out with the little bitty the little tykes. Um, they didn't want to make it the size of a soda. They didn't want to make it the size of the little tyke. They went somewhere in the middle, but they all had that same strange face, and that's the part that bothers me,
Yeah.
is that they all have this same strange looking face, and I guess that maybe if no, not even if I look around at my pops. I was about to say maybe my pops like give me the same thing. They don't because there's character to the face on the pops. I don't know. These things are kind of weird, to be completely honest with you. I hope that like I looked at the Toy Story one, that the Toy Story, the Griswold Family Christmas Vacation. That one's not terrible. I'll have to admit that I can't rag that one completely out. But what about this thing? I mean, what about this? Can I rag
Horrible.
this out? I mean,
Yeah.
what
I
it
just and especially I would be jumping all over Disney stuff, and I can't do them with these.
so what if I did this? So what if I did look at Peter Pan, check out Peter Pan, right? Check out Peter Pan. Now look at Pinocchio.
Same face.
I mean, they all have this same
Well,
strange.
and I think that same faces would also kill. I think in SCCC they had Marvin the Martian. That's what killed the entire look of Marvin the Martian. I mean, his eyes were the most important, and you just put white dots.
So I want to get behind this line. I do. But here's the problem. So they're starting them off at 11.99. I think that that's probably the selling point. It should stay, but we all know that's just buying into the market. They're going to buy into the market at 11.99, and then they're going to start raising it slowly but surely until you're paying 15, 17, 18, $19 a piece for them. So that's what I'm saying. They look just like the little Tigers. They're so weird. These things are so strange. I want to get behind them, but I just can't seem to like make myself get behind them. I honestly though, look, I'm not going to tell you I'm a hater. I might honestly put that Christmas Vacation on order just because I am such a huge fan of Christmas Vacation.
Hey,
and
you're like me, and you got this big boy right
and
here.
to be honest, yeah, I do. And to be honest, it's not complete trash. They're just all have this same strange looking face to them that I can't like seem to put my hands on.
I think we just lost Wayne. Um, but I definitely agree. I don't know. The Dorbs are just weird. Here he comes. I'm not gonna keep talking. I mean, I know you're sent backstage.
I'm becoming a pro at hitting that back button. I
Yeah,
really am.
apparently.
I'm becoming a straight pro at hitting that back button, like while we're like mid conversation. Mid conversation, hit the back button. So let me get this pull back up real quick. But anyways, where I was going with that is it's just strange, and I don't really understand what they have going on. I wish I understood what was going on with that. But did you manage to did you see these guys have come out? The mystery, like, have you seen these? You've seen these, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. No, yeah, the individual boxes. Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. I'm interested. It's just man, 109, $110 or whatever. That's just a lot.
I agree that it's a lot. So they actually like released these in a 6-pack as well. So you could this one sold out
I,
and the
I,
six
I think
pack.
I think that's the coolest way to do it, though. To
So
be
the
honest,
6-packs that you could have bought these mystery guys in was 17.99. It
I'm not
sold out
hating
as
on
well.
that.
I'm gonna be honest. I might, if I knew that these were actually coming up, I might have actually bought 6 of these and just kind of did 6 shorts with them, just
I
because
think they're gonna come out with more. They're not gonna be just sold out. Though. I mean, look, you got all the DC comic stuff.
DC ones are out, but I'm not like super like gonna jump behind
See,
any
if
DC.
they can do the 6 packs for the Disney, I'd be jumping all over it.
This VHS actually did sell out. I don't know if it's going to come back up or maybe it was a limited edition. I really didn't do a whole lot of looking at it while I was just looking at it. This is what I'm going to say though is that Batman has a cult like following. There's
Nobody
going to be
has
a lot
any
of people that
idea
are
why.
there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say that Batman was never in a comic. I 1,000% guarantee that Batman was in a comic. I mean, 1,000% guarantee that he was. All of them have
It's
been.
Joker color Batman.
All
I
of
mean,
them have
come on.
been so far, so I guarantee you that that one has been in a comic book before. That one, look, I want to hate these guys. I want to hate them, but there's every once in a while I see one of these and I'm like, all right, I I get it. I'm just this is not a line that I'm going to be able to get behind. And if it is, it'll be very selective. It'll be very, very, very selective. This man says, let's talk. I don't think anybody wants to talk SDCC stickers with me today
But
because
I do think we need to talk about
I
it
think that
a
we need
little
to
bit.
talk about it. I do believe. All right, so let me. All
Well,
right.
actually, hold on.
Let me set the tone. Let me set the tone.
Before we get to that, I do have one quick question for everybody. If everyone's seen some of the Instagram stuff, Brian Mariotti quit, right?
Yep.
Or was fired,
Well, I
whichever
mean,
way
or
you want to
fired.
say
We
it.
don't know
Why in the hell was Brian Mariotti at SDCC?
because all right. So I have my own speculations. Are you ready for my own speculations? You ready?
Sure.
All right. So they've been going through the class action lawsuit. The class action lawsuit's coming to a head. It won't be long now. There will be some sort of a settlement that happens in the class action lawsuit. Normally, when you are named in class action lawsuits and you are maybe the driving decision behind the class action lawsuit, you are forced to take a step back. You notice that they didn't say he was fired. They didn't say that he quit. They simply said that he was taking a leave of absence. They didn't even say if he was getting paid. He could be on a paid 6-month leave of absence. Now, riddle me that for a second, because no
That's a good
one's
point.
really thought about this for a second. And I seen the articles today, and I said, I think there's some trolling that's going on with this that we're all missing, and not necessarily trolling. There's some let me save this guy by like putting him on a 6-month leave, and this is what they're going to say to the shareholders afterwards. They're going to say, well, we put him on a 6-month leave of absence,
Yeah.
but you paid him the whole time, so it really wasn't like really wasn't a disciplinary action. It was
I,
it was
I just saw the pictures. I'm like, why are you there?
Right.
Why?
So I believe that this was done because of the class action lawsuit. I believe that it was simply done to save face. I also believe that they're going to bring him back out, regardless of all the trash talk and all
Such
the
a douche.
speculation that's been made about him so far. I believe that he's not going anywhere because, let's be honest, some of the most successful time under Funko was under Mariotti. Now, did we all like him? No. Did he do things that we didn't like? Absolutely.
I
But
don't
was he
disagree with that,
successful?
but
But
he's
was he
such a
successful?
douche.
But was he successful?
He was,
That's okay. I mean,
but he's
that's
such a douchebag.
right, but he was a successful douchebag, you see, and so that's the difference in life is when you're a successful douchebag versus just a douchebag, right? I mean, he was the successful one, and I don't think that he's going anywhere, and I think everybody is going to be really surprised in 6 months when they bring him back out and they're going to make him their champion, and they're all going to be cheering and yeah, the gates are going to open and Mariotti's going to come through and the smoke and the cloud and the trumpets are going to be sounding. Watch what I tell y'all. Just watch what I tell you
No,
because they had him at San Diego. They
yeah,
they look. It's just a stunt because they're under this lawsuit and they got to show some sort of disciplinary action because he lied to the shareholders. Whatever. I This is how I feel about this, and this might be very unpopular. When you play the stock market, you're gambling, and if
oh yeah,
you gamble on a stock that doesn't do that well, you can't
it's
then
on
try
you.
and come back to the company and be like, I'm going to sue you, Tesla, because you told me that you were coming out with this great motor and I put all of my money in you and you didn't. Okay. I
Mm,
mean,
agreed.
it how
So,
I
so
look,
I definitely think moving on. And I just was just surprised.
right.
So of course we had comment of let's talk SDC6 stickers, and we also had a comment of I don't know why everyone is so surprised. Funko screwed over collectors. Now for me, this comes back to
Hold
an
on, let
item
me
that
set
I
the tone.
talked
Can I
about
set the
with
tone?
Disney.
Can I set
To
the
me,
tone first? Can I
this
set,
all comes down to perspective.
can I set the tone first?
Set the tone.
All right, so we're not talking anything negative. So there's so much negativity that happens out there anymore that we have built whole days on just negative, right? The news has to play 24 hours a day. We got to constantly speak about negative things. We never speak about the positive things in life. And we're just so hell bent on being negative about everything because negative brings clicks, negative brings conversations, negative brings everything that we forget that there's positives to it. Right. So we're gonna have a discussion about it, but we're gonna have a civil discussion about it that doesn't involve completely trashing Funko and what they did because it shouldn't be a surprise, right?
Not
This
really.
this should not be a surprise. So take the floor. Take the floor and run with it.
So of course, the base premise of this, and I'm gonna use some analogies a little bit, but of course, the base premise is there was a limited amount for the people that got it at the San Diego Comic Con, and then all of a sudden apparently there's going to be another different amount that's going to be coming out to people that ordered it online.
All right.
There's a lot
Hold
of
up. Pause.
hoopla about this, but it
Pause right
also
there for a second.
yeah.
Pause right there for a second.
uh,
Hold your thought. Funko has been doing this for as long as I can remember. So Funko, when they make the sodas, they make one count here, they make one count in Europe, one count in Australia, one count in whoever else. They just changed the color of the can
yeah.
because it's an open limited edition, not a true limited edition. So keep going.
So, we had, kind of talked about it today, and I was kind of on the boat of, one, you got to know what to expect. Two, it's all in how you look at it. And I'm choosing not to look at it negatively. Kind of a situation of out here at Disney. When Disney decided to change, Splash Mountain, and everybody ranted and raved about it being a cancel culture item. They're canceling something great because of people being upset about songs of the South. Blah, blah. sure, I can sit there and agree with them. It's old school. It's old history, but I choose not to. I choose to look at a better side of the fact that they're bringing kids nowadays have no idea who those characters are. They don't know what the story of them. They don't know the premise of what that entire ride's about. So why not bring a new generation to a new ride and change the theme of it to something that helps them connect more? So I try to look at the positive. As far as this goes, I got to look at the same side. One, we all know that Funko does this. We've been saying it even on this show for years.
I made a whole video about it.
Yeah, we've been saying it for a long time. It's not, just because they put a number on the side of a can doesn't make it that number. I mean, the only way, that is going to make a true limited is that each and every one of those individual soda cans should have their own individual numbers, just like a JSA type of, you
So
know, something or other. But
here's the part that confuses me, is that we collect these items and we say that we're collectors of these things,
mhm,
but then
that's
we
what
don't know
bothers
the difference between an open limited and a limited edition. So a limited edition, like if you buy a Hot Toy statue that says I'm 1 of 5,000, 2 of 5,000, 3 of 5,000, 4 of 5,000, there's only 5,000. That is a limited edition, and they gave you the number set so that you knew which one of those 5,000 you had. Funko doesn't do that. Funko has what is called an open limited edition in the art market. It is an open limited edition, which means they didn't put corresponding numbers on it.
me.
They made 5,000 in this can, 5,000 in that can, 5,000 in this can, 5,000 in that box, 5,000 with this sticker, 5,000 with that sticker.
And then all they have to do is change the sticker up a little bit. Because
That's
I
it.
mean, if you guys remember a couple years ago when they had, because you can see it all through a lot of these sites to be able to find out what your value of your pops are, but you can get it at the same con. Like I remember back when we
Fair
were
enough.
doing the first Jack in the Box came out that I still have, and we got it online, but there was a separate sticker that was for the con, and there was a separate sticker that was for the people buying it online. Now the one online, was it worth as much? No,
No.
but that's okay. It's a different sticker, different number of items is going to change the value. But here's where I'm at too is I'm in a different level than where I was when I was doing a lot more Funko um, videos and stuff like this. Is I To me, there's three different types of collectors in this world that does Funko. One person like me that just purely gets the things that they like because they like the product, they like what they look like, and I have no idea what any of my pops are worth at all. There's people that purely go after value, whether they're looking to flip, whether they're looking to trade, whether they're looking to do something, but they look at they don't look at a pop as a piece of art. They look at a pop as a dollar sign. And then you got the third person that, you know, which I think a lot of people lie in this, is the third person is going to have a collector because they like to collect things. Maybe they're going to collect a little bit more because they do like to know the value of their pops, but it's not necessarily going to change your mind on whether they get it or not. So I think most people lie in that realm. But I think a lot of people that are clout chasing right now and trying to talk negatively about this are people that are strictly looking at dollar sign value. Why? Because you're not looking to keep it in your collection if you are a collector very
Bingo.
long.
Bingo. So this is how I looked at this. The only people that got upset were the people that were at the convention and thought they hit a gold mine. They hit a gold mine. They put the pops on eBay. I know we all seen them for $10,000, $7,000, five. And the first thing, I didn't make a video about this. I said to myself, I said, well, this is funny. Wait until the actual box comes out and the prices will dramatically come down. But what happened is you also had another group of people who said, $10,000, I'm buying it at $10,000. And now they're hysterical because the pop's only worth 10 versus 10,000. And these were either new collectors or people who didn't know any better. And I would just simply stand on the fact that they were new collectors that paid that price. And then the people at the convention, if you went there to make money, then you went there for the wrong reason. Right? If you went to this convention with the idea that I'm going to make a bankroll, then you
Yep.
were there for the wrong reason. If you went there with the idea that Funko was going to fund my trip with these pops,
Yep.
you went there for the wrong reason. You're not a collector to get out of the collecting community because you're not a collector and you're posing. And it aggravates me to no end when you hear like these conversations and the conversation that I got pulled into today about this. If you're a collector like I am, there was a time that you will remember, and this is the positive, you couldn't even get the box of fun. The box
Mm-mm.
of fun wouldn't even get sold outside of the SDCC. The same thing with the pops. There was a time you couldn't even get San Diego pops outside of the convention. They weren't sold. So I feel as a collector blessed that I have the ability to get my hands on something now that 5 years ago I couldn't get my hands on. And if I did, I had to pay for it severely to get it. So I look at it like I understand that you don't understand the difference between an open limited and a limited edition, but once you know the difference between the open limited and the limited edition, then you should also understand that Funko doesn't make any limited editions. They only make open limits. And if you collect as long as I have, you know that some of the pops, I had this conversation with my daughter today. I probably have about 2,000 pops in my collection. And I don't know the math, but I'll know when I redo my studio. It's coming soon. And I would venture to say out of my 2,000 pops that I have maybe 20 or 30 that are above the $200 marker. Now that's out of 2,000 pops. Now, if I was collecting my pops with the sole venture that this is an investment and that this is going to make me money, I've already lost. I mean, I've already lost. So if that's the reason why you're collecting, then you're doing it for the wrong reason. You need to collect the things that you
Nope.
like to collect, and if by chance it's worth a lot of money, that's great. If by chance that it's not, well, that's great too. I mean, because it's not like it's leaving my collection anytime soon. And the stuff that does leave my collection, because I do believe at the end of the day we're all flippers, are things that I no longer look at or no longer fit in my collection. It's not that I went and bought it from San Diego Comic Con today and it was going to pay for my trip there. I mean, that's not at all how that should be looked at. And then if you feel like Funko somehow did you wrong in that scenario, well, I mean, you might be part of the problem. I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. You might be part of the problem if you feel like they somehow did you wrong.
Agreed.
Because look, I honestly believe that they did wait this year to release the box online. I believe that that's facts. I believe that they factually waited this year, but I believe that they waited in the idea that they would release the box to the people at the con so that they would have added value to their box. Not so much added value in the form of price, but added value in the form that they were the first people who got to open the box to see what was inside of them,
Yeah,
right?
I agree
Because
with that.
when they sent them out before, these people already knew. They were coming into fun days, already knew what to expect. This year, they gave them an added value by not letting people see what was in the box before they got there. The problem is a lot of people decided that they were going to take advantage of this added value and then they were going to put them online for $10,000. And then some people, for some reason, decided that they would actually buy something for $10,000. Now, the problem in the sticker conversation is at the convention, you got an orange sticker. So at the convention, your pops had an orange sticker that said 200 pieces, right? The ones that are coming to your house are yellow stickers that say 200 pieces. So there was 200 pieces in the orange sticker. There's 200 pieces in the yellow sticker. That is an open limited edition. Unless that pop has one of two, two of three, three of four, four of five, it is an open limit. So we got to get past that. But I'm gonna say something else that's gonna trigger everybody a little bit more. You ready for this? This box is still on their site.
Which means
It's
they're gonna add more later on.
that's 100% correct. It is still on the site, which means that it's coming back. It just says, listen, look, it doesn't even say sold out. It says out of stock.
Lou says it's reverse. Yellow is at the con.
Oh, I'm
Orange
sorry.
is.
Yeah. I appreciate you, Andrew. So, look, I knew it was one of the two, but anyways, so that's the only difference. And one of them is 200 pieces, and the one that's coming to your house is 200 pieces, but they're the same pops. And they're the same pops. You're just gonna have to get over it.
Yeah, it's just different sticker. That's it.
The difference is, look, just be blessed that you were able to get the box at home. Be
Yeah.
blessed that other people were able to get their hands on these pops. Be blessed that you have the ability to get your hand on a Freddy Funko without spending $10,000 for him. Look, if Funko could sell a Funko Freddy for $10,000, don't you think they would do it?
Oh yeah, all day.
I mean, I that's the part that really confuses me, is if people thought that Funko could sell a Funko Freddy for $10,000, don't they think Funko would do it?
I want to get back to a few comments we had up
Hit
here.
them up.
First of all, Johnny Sachs says I don't sell, but I damn sure want to know. Again, you're part of that third group I
Yeah,
talked about. I completely respect. And
me
stuff
too.
like that. I'm probably more on the lesser amount that just collect and don't care what the value of my collection is. There's a lot more people just like you. Simon says, what was with the statement of them investigating the sticker issue? I believe that was purely just to shut people up.
No, so what the statement is they're saying that some of the boxes are coming to people's houses and they have the wrong stickers inside of them. Let me address this. This is 100% probably factual. This is probably 100% factual. But as a company, if I had yellow stickers and orange stickers and all of my yellow stickers didn't sell out, and I was selling them online and they sold out, I would just send the boxes off. I mean, I wouldn't take time to take these stickers off. I would just simply send the boxes out. If they didn't all sell on fun days in San Diego, I wouldn't then destroy those pops. I would simply send those pops out with the rest of the online orders. So I 100% believe that. I don't believe that they're stopping any orders. I don't believe that they're gonna do some hard investigation. I mean, I believe that's just Funko. Funko's always investigating stuff, right? Just like they're always investigating stuff. And they're not going to recall boxes. What are they going to do? Call you up and say, "Hey, we sent you the wrong box that has
Yeah,
the wrong
exactly.
sticker, and we're going to need you to send that back to us."
Yeah, let me. I had a couple other I want to get back to. Sky's crazy. Sky's Pop Collector says it's still on the Funko Europe as well, so it'll be back up. And
Right.
I think, this is a great point, Chase. I think this is where everybody needs to get, and this is what Wayne was talking about. He loves his Freddy's; he'll take what he can get.
Right.
Really, yeah. I mean, the fact that if you got one, then be happy you got one. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I remember when I did the last big con where before they went to the lottery back in the day, I was happy to grab what I could get. And so sometimes you're gonna get ones you want, sometimes you're not. I mean, it's just gonna happen. But I'd say get what you can, and you're gonna have some new Freddies. Are they gonna hold as much value? Maybe not, maybe not. Hold on to it for a while. See
Maybe
what
not.
happens.
Look, maybe not. I have Freddy's behind me that are worth 5 and 600. Then I have Freddy's behind me that are worth $5 or $6. I mean, so maybe not.
Yeah. And just like Rianne says, got 2 boxes. Happy that I can get pops that were at the con in the online boxes. Screw the flippers. Yes, I agree with you.
I mean,
Don't.
and so Quick Draw makes another valid point. Give it a couple of weeks and they'll be for sale at Buckeye. I mean,
Very,
so
very true.
I mean, you can't fault Funko for living in a country that's called a capitalist country and then not trying to capitalize off of their stuff. I
It's
mean,
business.
you simply can't, like, how do you make the correlation that a company that lives in a capitalist country that has a product that's selling is not capitalizing off of their product? I mean, I don't know how I like come to the conclusion where they should be hung in the streets.
Well, I think in the end, people got to realize, yes, do they make collectible items that we all know, we all love, and we would all like to have? Yes, they do. In the end, though, it is a business, and the goal in the end is to make as much money as you can, make those stockholders happy, and continue to be successful. It's a business, and that's strictly what this is. Are they going to make a lot of bad mistakes before they make good mistakes? Sure. I think I wasn't really a part of any of this, so it didn't really bother me too much. But I think looking back and some of the points you brought up, I think in the end, they've tried to make things better compared to last year, where you said everybody got their boxes before San Diego came around. People already knew what
Yes.
they were getting. I think that is a hey, let's look and see what we did last year. What can we improve on this year? You know, and give a little bit more back to the people that do go to the con to where they're the first ones posting stuff up on pictures. I have respect for that, and I think that was a smart thing. So I really thought I don't know. Do I think Funko makes a lot of bad choices? Yes, but I'm not gonna hate on them. In the end, am I still a collector? Do I still like the stuff they come out with it? Do I still buy their stuff? Yes, and but I'm not gonna hate on them. I mean, everybody makes bad choices, all businesses alike.
So
And
let's be honest for a minute. Let's be honest for a minute. How many people think that the majority of people who go to the con to buy these things are not flippers? I mean, I just want to know a percentage. How many people do you think go to the conventions to buy pops that aren't flippers? Because I'm going to venture to say, and you could say that I'm wrong, that over 50% of the people who go to these conventions to buy these pops with the intent to flip them
yeah,
as soon as they're done. And the reason I say this is people, you see pictures of boxes upon boxes upon boxes upon boxes of people leaving with Funko Pops. And you're going to tell me that people go in there and they buy satchel after satchel after satchel of these pops. And these are all going in their collection, no matter what they are, no matter how you look at them, they're just all going to go in their collection, whether they're anime, they're pop, they're music, they're Disney, they're whatever. These people go in there and buy boxes and boxes and boxes of them with the idea that they're going to collect them. I think is foolish
yeah,
to believe that these people went in there with the sole intent of flipping them. And they look, some of them made quick money, some of them did really good, but now they're upset that it didn't work out that way.
hmm
And you can't have it every way.
to
you
be
you
honest with you, I'm kind of if you think about it in that fashion, I'm kind of proud of Funko
you can't
because
have it.
for the sole fact that yes, I give a good percentage of at minimum 50%. You had another 30% there for media,
We
whether
got
you're a
50,
YouTuber,
40,
you're Tristan
75.
there
Yeah.
sponsoring. The other 20%, like I know Candyman RIP was at the show. He is a fan, he is a collector, and I could see I have the other 20% they're just fans. So I think, to be honest with you, if you look at it in that aspect, it's kind of smart because Funko knows that 50% of the people there are going to try to flip. So if you go in and you make, you're going to make 500 of this copy, but really you made about 1,500, let's just say, I don't know the numbers, but let's say you make 1,500 and you just put the different stickers. Well, you're devaluing a little bit. So you're actually, yes, in some aspects, so they take the small hit and kind of screw that 20% over. Maybe not even screw, but you know, uh, um, take that 20% of people that are there as fans. But you got to think about it; they're screwing over 50% of the people that are flipping.
Easily. But Christina has, look, this is valid points. I understand why people do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with flipping. If that's what you want to do, I have videos where I condone people flipping because it's good for our community. Um,
Oh yeah,
we have 40%, 50%, 75%. DC says at least 40%, but 90% are going to flip something for sure. Look, Funko has helped everybody out. We all have the ability to buy these. They're going to be a different sticker. They're not going to be the same sticker. There's going to be sticker knockoffs. You can't go there with the intent that I've just come here to sell things and then get mad at Funko for what I feel like Funko was trying to help the community out by
I do
holding the
too. I
boxes
think
back.
about it. That's smart.
I feel like they were trying to help the community out by holding the boxes back. They were trying to give the people at the San Diego con some more reason to come to the con so that they got the first look at the boxes. I feel that Funko did everything they could do to try and help the community as a whole. Now, did people get caught up in situations where they thought their stuff was worth way more than it is? For sure. But the rest of us as a community all knew that that wasn't the real value, right? I mean, none of us thought that we were going to run out and buy a $10,000 Stranger Things Funko Freddy, right? I mean, that none of us were on that like bandwagon of things that we were going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And these boxes are gonna hit again. They're gonna drop again. They're out of stock. They're not sold out, which means to me they're coming back. And that's just gonna continue to trigger people even more. Even more. Guys, don't be triggered by this. Don't be upset about this. Don't let people get you triggered about this. This is not that terrible of a thing. It's Funko being Funko, and if you've collected Funko for any amount of time, you know that Funko always does something that one group of people aren't gonna like. I mean, it's just the way that it goes down.
Yeah, but I'm happier that they're pissing off the flippers, the people that come on. These are the people that we've all complained about for so many years. You got to think about it. These are the people that during COVID were buying bots and taking these items away. Let's think about this. They are sticking it back to the flippers. Let's come on, man. I mean, yes, does it suck to a certain point? Yes, but they have done. I think aside from the lottery, which I think was horrible, there's a lot of decisions that were made. If you really think about it and break it down this way, how else do you try to limit the flippers from the next year? Because if you do, if they may expect you to do the same thing, and then there's no point in them going next year because they're not going to get their ticket paid for because they're not going to get their value. I mean, this is how you long term killed what we've been complaining about for so long.
So here's the problem that I hear with most people. We want limited edition pops, but we want everybody to have access to them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We want pops that go up in value, but we don't want it to be limited to where no one can get it. So you can't have it every way, right? I
No,
mean, you just simply can't. And I look, I hats off to Funko. I think they did a great job this year. And this you don't hear this from me because I'm just not that person. But like I said a minute ago, and everybody should think about this. There was a time where we couldn't even get San Diego pops. We couldn't get them. There was a time where
yeah.
we couldn't get the Fun Day boxes. We couldn't get them. You
How
could,
how how many years were you and I shadow banned from the lottery?
oh, right. See, at least 2 years we
At
were
least two.
shadow
At least
at
two.
least 2 years we were shadow banned from lotteries. I mean, so it you can't look, there's been so long that we haven't even been able to get this stuff, that the fact that we're even able to get this stuff to me is
That's
a
a
is a
win.
is a win. I mean, it's a win for me. And if it's only limited to 200 in that stupid orange sticker, I don't care. It's in my collection. I didn't care what sticker it had on it. I only wanted it in my collection. If I cared what sticker was on it, I would have went to San Diego and got it myself.
Good point.
If I cared what sticker was on it, I didn't care because I'm a collector of Freddy Funkos, and I don't care what stickers on the Freddy Funko when I get him, as long as it's a real Freddy Funko.
Hmm.
So it to me, it's just a ridiculous conversation. I'm gonna get off the conversation. I see that we have a few of them up there. If I we says Funko is saving collectors money. I mean, the only way that you're gonna buy those pops the second that people start selling them is if you're extremely new to the community. There's no way that if you have any kind of time in the community, you know better. You know
Don't
better.
the biggest thing we can do, other side from what Funko does to try to combat these, the biggest thing we can do, not buy from these flippers, not
That's right.
overpay, because eventually, again, this has just happened this weekend. Let it go. I guarantee you, all those prices over the next week or so are going to start dropping. Why? Because those people need their money back as much as possible.
Johnny's 100% correct. If everybody could have got him, Funko would have been dead by now. A
Good
thousand
point.
percent
Good
correct.
point.
1,000% correct.
That's a good point too. There's a time that it wasn't
That's
shared
that's
con.
what I'm saying. There was a time that you couldn't even get a San Diego pop. I mean,
You had to
and
be at the con in order to
and
get
if
a
you
San
and if
Diego
you
pop.
weren't, you paid money for
Mhm.
these things. And I'm not talking 40 and $50. You paid 2 and 300 to get your hand on this pop because there was no shared labels, there was no getting your hands
Yeah,
on it, there was no going to GameStop and hunting it. You simply couldn't get it.
just didn't happen.
And so it to me that the fact that I could even get a San Diego Comic-Con pop, even if it just says summer convention on it or shared label, whatever. I still have that pop. I just don't have it with the sticker,
Hmm.
right? So and if I wanted that sticker, I would have got on a plane. I would have went to San Diego. I would have been there. I would have got the sticker, and I definitely wouldn't have been putting them up for sale for $10,000. I mean, it simply would not have happened. This is a cool box. If you missed this box and you're wanting this box, it's going to come back out. Watch what I tell you. Keep your eyes on this. It says out of stock. It doesn't say sold out.
The fact
It
that they
is
haven't taken it off the site yet says
going
they're
to
going to put it back.
come back. It is still on their exclusive page. This box is coming back. I only ever get one of these guys. I'm really happy with getting one of them. This will be my third or fourth year getting them. These boxes are so much fun that you're if you didn't get one and they drop back on there, grab one of these guys because you're going to have some really cool pops at the end of the day. And I have 3 year. This will be my third year, and I have all of the mascots. Those things are super cool. There is check this out. We're gonna get off this subject. There is let's look at some of these pops. Let's not get off this subject yet. Have you seen these pops yet?
Not all of them. I've seen
You
some
have so
pictures of
Disc
them.
Tracker has some of them posted on there. There is some pretty cool like Freddy Funkos out there this year. Look, I was super excited at just like how many cool Freddy Funkos they actually have because we don't normally see such a vast variety of these Freddy Funkos. So how much fun are they? They're so much fun. I love those boxes.
Is number 5. Okay, that's what the hell is the name of that show? That's from someone. Come on, please tell me what the name of that show is. Number I know the number 5. It's a Netflix show. Can't remember
That
it.
pop's really cool. So Quick Draw says he used to pay 50. I believe that. All day I believe that. All day I believe
Yeah.
that. So
Oh,
the
Umbrella Academy. There you go. Thank you.
this thing is really cool. I don't know what this is from, but it's a 1,000 piece. They went all the way down to 100 pieces on some of these. Um I can't really see those. So I'm gonna have to like back on those and
Yeah.
see if we can find a better picture. Let's see. So this is one of them. They have, the Ghost Freddy from Scooby-Doo. I want that Ghost Freddy. I fingers crossed that I get that Ghost Freddy
Oh, it
because
looks
that's
like you
like
have a Mando Freddy because that
so
seems like
so
real
there
big.
is a Mando Freddy, there is a Ghost Freddy,
It's a
there's
Peacemaker.
there's the guy that you were just talking about, there's Dwight
Yeah.
Freddy,
I see the
and
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker Freddy,
Yeah.
and then I
I
think
don't know if that top corner
I
one
don't
or
know
the
what that
top
top
left
corner one
corner is.
is either. Anybody know what that one is? How about throw a comment? There's gonna be so the sodas, check this out. They got the different turtle Freddies.
Yeah.
Those are so cool. I haven't seen that yet. Fingers crossed I get Michelangelo on those guys. Um,
If you guys got a box, put in the chat right now which Freddy you are most hoping for.
the Mando Freddy.
Mando Freddy's cool.
That's pretty fire. I
Oh
look,
no,
so I,
that's Luke. Sorry, that's Luke
oh,
with
that is
Grogu.
Luke. That
That's
is
Luke.
Luke. I didn't read it. So hey, fingers crossed I get Luke and the ghost from Scooby-Doo. So there those are two that I'd like to get. So there's a Green Ranger Michelangelo soda. I would take both of those. Both of those. Try to avoid spoilers. What's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
Luke would definitely be cool.
I haven't looked at these guys yet, and I'm
Stormtrooper.
this is a stormtrooper. This is pretty fire too.
This looks like something you would have already created.
I have not created this one, but I can if I don't get him. So I have a stormtrooper and I still have a harvested Freddy head. So I can 100% make this at the end of the day. That one is really cool. Let's see. This one is one of them that's a metallic versus so these are
That's a metallic Captain America.
Captain America. I know there's a lot of drama about this one right now.
I
Apparently
did
like
see that one. That was pretty. I think Christina actually sent me a picture of that one. Super cool. I
so
did
there's
get
a
in
lot
a
of
box of
drama about
funds.
the cape on his back. So here we have I don't
Those
know
are
what any of
such
these are.
bad pictures.
I don't know what any of those are.
Go right there. Go down to that. No
This
one
one?
right there. No, the
This one?
yeah. Is that Merlin?
So yeah, that is
That
Merlin.
is Merlin.
So that's it's Freddy. Oh, there's what's his name?
Waldo.
Where's Waldo?
Yep.
Freddy. And then
There's
there's Shaggy.
Shaggy. As you say, Shaggy.
What? What? Come on, man.
Hey, Quick Draw
Uh,
says he needs you to make him a Freddy Boba Fett.
Freddy Boba Fett. Quick Draw says that. I got you, man. I got you. I can actually do that. I have a Boba and a Freddy just sitting here to harvest into them. I made my Boba Fett a long time ago
Oh,
only because I knew that I would never be able to afford one.
Christina says there is a Green Ranger.
There, I have not seen. So we
That's
have
a
a
Transformer.
Megatron. So I got a little bit of hatred on Megatron today.
I can't tell what the middle one is.
I don't know what the middle one is. It looks like he has a lightsaber though.
Yeah, but the helmet doesn't make
I don't
sense.
know. So he has some sort of a lightsaber, and I don't know what the other one is. He's doing some kind of
That looks like
karate move.
Shaggy again.
No,
Because
he's
it's
doing some
sandwich.
kind of karate move. He's got like I chew going on, I chew going on. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going. Oh man, I can't wait to see this box. See, I
There's
haven't
a
looked at.
Wolverine. Zach says there's a Wolverine.
I have not looked at any of these. I just know that there's a lot of them going out. So there is Freddy as Green Ranger. Ooh, that one probably went through
That
the
was pretty
roof.
cool. Yeah.
There's a metallic Transformer. I can't think of his name right now. Megatron. There's a metallic Megatron, and then there is whatever this guy
What's the
is.
green eyed thing?
I don't know what that thing is. I have zero clue what that is.
G.I. Joe Shadow?
Let's see.
Captain Crunch. There's a Captain Crunch one. That's funny.
So we have the Green Ranger again. We have the Captain America metallic. We have I don't know what that
Old
guy
man
is in the
something.
bottom corner. Haichu. Haichu. I don't know what it looks like though. Oh, and now look at the sodas. So there is a He-Man, Freddy, and a Batman. Oh man, you're killing me, Funko, killing me. I mean, they brought they brought some fire this year. Straight fire when it comes to some of these
I think we saw
boxes.
that one.
So we got Big Boy. I want to go back and look at the
Oh,
sodas. So we
okay.
got Leonardo and Big Boy. Just straight fire on some of these.
So what we got here? We got Stone Cold Freddy.
What? Shaggy Freddy.
Shaggy again.
And does
That's
somebody
a better
know what that
picture
top
of
one
that.
is?
What is that top one?
Can somebody tell me what that top one is? I have to know. What is that guy? What
With
is
the
the
green
top?
eyes.
I need
Someone
somebody.
is saying something about G.I. Joe.
I don't know. I need somebody to help me out with that one.
It's
So it looks
yeah,
like we're gonna
Blacklight.
have
Oh, Blacklight Dustin. Okay.
a Blacklight Dustin, another Michelangelo that I love
Green
Michelangelo.
eyed guy is Gen G from Overwatch, DC Pop says.
Like this, look, Michelangelo, like this. Please, please, Funko gods.
That's probably the best Ninja Turtle one right there.
Send me a Michelangelo. Oh, that looks like it's gonna be it for the spoiler alerts when it comes to this.
No, there's one right there. There's you see Ghost. Yeah, that one. That's an Anakin Ghost.
I don't
Freddy.
know.
The one on the right, because I've seen somebody else post that, and that's a Wolverine one on the left. I don't know about the middle one. I know that the white looking, the bluish, that's Anakin.
That dude's a GI. That dude's from GI Joe.
Okay.
Simon, I truly appreciate you, brother. And I haven't done this in so long, so I'm glad that you've done that because it's time that we do this.
Damn!
True.
Well, your wife would ask where the Barbie Pops are.
Where's the Barbie Pops? I don't know where the Barbie Pops are.
Barbie license.
So Andrew says that there's going to be a Hopper from Stranger Things. I know that I seen another Stranger Things, or at least I thought I did, where there's the guy with the guitar, right? What was that one?
Eddie.
So there was a Freddy as Eddie. That one should be pretty fire, to be completely honest. I have not looked. Honestly, this is my first time with y'all that I looked at what Freddy's are in these boxes. I knew
there's a ton.
I seen little glimpses here and there, like scrolling through Instagram, but trying to get past them fast because I didn't want to sit there too long. There is some fire this year when it comes to the Freddies. I am excited. to see this box, and I don't care what color stickers on it. It doesn't matter to me. They put a pink sticker on it for all I care. Look, they can take my stickers off. I don't care when these things come to me. I didn't buy them with the intent to pay for anything. So I bought them with the sole intent of putting on a shelf and letting them collect dust. I mean, so it'll be cool to see exactly which ones are coming in. And I don't know if I bought them just to let them collect dust or for the excitement of opening up the box, because just opening up that box sometimes is pretty exciting. I am excited to see what this is going to be bringing. 100% excited to see what we're going to be getting today. There's some pops that are that have been brought out. I'm not going to say released, but leaked, because they're not leaked. It wasn't a leaked thing, but these are going to be a really hot line. If they're not, I will be so shocked that I won't know what to do with myself.
Oh, Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol Muppets. So
Yeah.
I looked at these and I thought all of them are a flop, with the exception of
The Marleys are
the
badass.
Ghost 2-pack. That Ghost 2-pack is going to be fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Fire.
get that 2-pack. That the I can't remember what the hell their names are, but the old guys that always sit up on the side. I mean, the Kermit the Frog one's kind of cool. I don't have they really done Muppets much in the past?
So I have some of the Jim Henson with the where he's holding the Muppets. I have a couple of the Jim Hensons where he's holding like Kermit or he's holding Miss Piggy in his hands. Not I don't think I've ever really seen the Muppets per se, but this is going to be cool because it's after a very iconic cartoon that I know you all watch every year. If you have kids and this is not played on your TV at least once every Christmas, there's something going on that you need to figure out what's wrong with you and why this is not something that you play in your house. You're going to have Ebenezer Scrooge, you're going to have Miss Piggy, you're going to have Fonzo, you're going to have Kermit, and I can't even think of
I might even have to get these for my Christmas background to put up. My wife would have a field day with these things.
you're gonna have both of the brothers, which is gonna be super cool. So the Marley brothers, which are the rich, ones that Ebenezer was in partnership with, and they passed. Blah 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 blah. You need to watch the story. It is so cool. I seen these today, and I thought, man,
All right,
I have to try and like.
I got to do a comment on your wife's. First of all, my wife and I just had a typical discussion about Halloween out here. Now, I know most of you guys in the world don't really start looking at Halloween until October. Well, here in Central Florida, since Disney starts Halloween in August, I know we have to start. So we've always had a rule at Christmas time. Trust me, my wife would be just like you and would want to start doing Christmas right after Halloween. I've got a strict rule that we came to an agreement that no Christmas stuff goes up until after Thanksgiving meal. That's a rule because growing up in Massachusetts, I love Thanksgiving. It's a big deal for me, so it's this big rule. I just don't do it. However, my wife's got more time for Halloween. She goes, "Okay, I'm going to start putting Halloween stuff up August 1st." I said, "No, no, no. We're going to go the ultimate rule. We don't start putting Halloween up until Disney starts their Halloween parties." Well, I kind of screwed myself on that one because Disney just upped their time this year, and the Christmas party their first Christmas party is on August 11th. So apparently, we're going to start putting Halloween up at August 11th in my house.
August 11th, you're gonna start
August
Christmas?
11th, Halloween goes up.
So August 11th. That sounds about right. So Jess is being 100% correct. We probably start like November 1st. Christmas is a huge thing in this house, but y'all know y'all have all seen the videos. We have 7 or 8 Christmas trees. We have a collection of Santas. Rue has a collection of Santas. It's probably like makes my collection of pops look small. Um, it's a huge thing in this house. So, I mean, it's definitely going to start. Maybe we should like do something for Halloween starting that early. That could be kind of fun, I guess.
Rules are not meant to be broken in my house. That we've come to agreements. It's not necessarily rules. We've come to an agreement. That's where we're leaving that one.
So I have to know though.
Trust me, there's a certain thing she does not believe me anymore. I actually had my wife. There was one year, many years ago, early in our marriage, that she had bought a gingerbread house and completely screwed it up. So I told her there was a gingerbread ban for like 5 years, and I kept adding onto it every single year until she finally figured out that I was full of shit, and she ignores me now.
So
But
I have to know something before I get off this before I get off the Muppets. Am I right about these Muppets? Are some of them going to be fire, or are they
I
all a
think they're
flop?
all. I mean,
Or are they all a
definitely
flop?
the Marleys are going to be big time. And I think the classic characters, Gonzo will be big, Kermit will be big. I think those will be the three biggest ones. But depending on this pegs on Christmas fans and it pegs on Disney fans alike. You know, we will probably end up buying all these, to be honest with you. Apparently, you're buying a lot more than that.
Apparently, I'm buying 12. so so anyways, I really want to know over in the comments. I see that a lot of you are there. We're not really commenting, but comment over there. Make sure you're hitting that heart while you're just sitting there. Comment over there and just kind of let me know. I mean, is this it? Because I'm really curious about that 2 pack. Am I totally wrong about that 2 pack, or is it something that's going to be pretty big? Because I honestly believe that that one's going to be pretty big, and y'all should honestly be hitting those hearts while y'all are just chilling at that moment. My mother wants them. Oh yeah, quick draw. I got you. Where's my wallet? You know where my wallet is. You're always welcome to grab it. It's you know exactly where it is. We don't know that they're non-store
We don't
exclusives though.
know.
I mean, because they've really just kind of been put out there. I don't know if they're non-store exclusives or not. We will simply have to wait and see. Do you remember when does everybody remember when when McDonald's came out with the adult Happy Meal? And in the adult Happy Meal, they had the Cactus Jack stuff
Yep,
in there, flea
I
market
got two of them in the
flea
box right
market Cactus Jack stuff in there. So there's rumors out there at this moment that Funko is going to be teaming up with McDonald's, and they're going to be doing some kind of a new adult Happy Meal. And I only read this in articles that are rumors. There's no like it's set in stone that this is something that's going to happen, but there's rumors and there's speculation out there that coming soon you're going to see a Funko and McDonald's adult Happy Meal, and they kind of pointed to the fact that McDonald's and the last Happy Meal, adult Happy Meal they did with Cactus Jack was such a success that there's serious talks at this moment about doing one with Funko. And they pointed to how much these Cactus Jack things are selling for. Have you checked any of these things out since they
I
like
have the
last
cactus. I have
sold?
the Cactus Jack and the Grimace. In
Have
fact, in
you
the box
checked
right
any of
behind.
them? Have you checked the prices out that people
Yeah.
are asking? Check this out.
No. Well, anybody can ask for anything, but what are they actually selling for?
So I don't really know, but this is what I can say. So some of the Cactus Jacks are people are asking $1,500. Some of them people are asking 25. Some of them people are asking 186. Some of them are 40. Some of them are 450. Some of them are 25. The price of these things are all over the place. I mean, they are all over the place, and the price of them is going to have to settle down before I think we can have an accurate conversation as to, like, what they're worth versus what they're not worth, because this market is crazy, like, in the sense of what is it worth just looking at it. So is it worth $300? Is it worth $80? Is it worth $29? I mean, which one is it worth and which ones are selling? Are any of them selling?
I don't know. I do agree with your wife though. After that one, they did come out with one other one that was garbage.
Oh.
And I just like this comment. $14 for $30 worth of food. Put some damn chocolate and some wine coolers for crying out loud. I love that comment, by the way. I don't know about the trading card game. Meta Zoo is teaming up with Arby's. I don't know.
I don't really know a whole lot about MetaZoo, so I don't know. I could believe it though. I mean, it's look, there's a lot of people out there right now that are starting to realize what I think we were talking about last week. As a matter of fact, that we didn't understand why these people weren't cashing in on a lot of this pop culture stuff. Like why are we not like pushing this through our drive through? Because you could see that there
Well,
was clearly some kind of like
it,
Cactus Jack.
if what's this? I can't remember the name of the movie now. Step Brothers ever taught us anything, it's hey, we're older now. We can buy what we want.
That's right.
And guess what? We want stupid McDonald's toys.
We have them when we're 40. Better yet, we have them when we're 40. So there is some rumors, and I was reading some articles, and you can go find these articles if you want, that there's going to be a new McDonald's adult Happy Meal coming out soon, and they're going to be putting Funko Pops in there instead of the Cactus Jack stuff. If they do, I think that is huge for Funko. That takes Funko to a different demographic than they've so far been forced into. That takes so many more people will see Funko than they are at this moment, that it will really help their company out. And I think that McDonald's is probably very selective on things like that because of that. I
Sure.
mean, suddenly they made companies like much bigger than they were before.
I agree. I agree. That 100%. Wait. Yeah. Can't say I don't think about it if I see a drum set.
That's right. Step brothers taught me to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I got that. So I wanted to bring that up in the pop news. And then there's a have y'all seen that there's a music video that's kind of floating around that was done on the iPhone 14? People are still like somehow surprised that you can get the video quality out of like iPhone 14s that they didn't, I guess, think that you could get, which seems very confusing to me. Is to like why we're confused that you can get this quality. I'm gonna mute this and we're gonna kind of like just play with the video for a second just so that you can see some clips. I'm not gonna play a whole lot of it, but this is kind of what I've been saying from the get-go is the Canons and those cameras have their place, but to have a successful video career, you can just use your phone. I mean, you can just use your phone. You need nothing else. My wife says cop starts at
Now,
4.
mind you, if anybody follows them, of course, you could see that Tristan and even Jazzy were both at SDCC, and they did have. And I, for some reason, if you do, my only thing I noticed really on a lot of those is what cameras they were using. Yes, they were using more high power cameras. Both myself and Wayne, even all
I don't have to.
my Disney stuff, I use for my phone.
I don't have to use anything other than my phone. It's a difference of collecting the right angles
Yeah,
and knowing what angles to use, and that's what I was gonna show here. These people were a genius at knowing, like, what angles to use. So, this angle that I'm about to show y'all, this is a genius angle. They took advantage of everything the phone can do. The phone is not going to give you the clarity that you're gonna get out of a high quality, mirrorless camera or something like that, so they changed the angle to give you a different angle so that you didn't get to see the blur in the background, the bokeh, the outline. They're just changing the focal points of things to give you a different perspective that gives you that high quality feel without the high quality camera. At the top and the bottom, they actually added those black lines into the editing. That's not actual a phone thing. That
mm,
was an editing thing. They added the black lines to give it more of a cinematic view.
it's pretty cool.
Then they're gonna like give you this crazy shot. All of that was utilizing the fact that the phone can do what it can do and can't do what it can't, right? So
Yeah,
they made those shots, and whenever you're using your equipment and you're like, man, I can't get those like hunt videos like Chris does because I don't have a high quality DSLR. You're wrong. You're 1,000% wrong. Go check that video out when you get a
and
second.
on top of it, I'm not even using the most recent iPhone. I'm using an iPhone 12, and I still think I get good pictures. Now, and nonetheless, if you are an Apple fan, we're less than a month. Well, no, probably a little over a month away from the next Apple event. We're expected to announce the iPhone 15. That one I will probably be jumping on, but yeah, I have no plans on getting any high end camera anytime soon. Um, I do my phone and I like using my phone and everything's already there.
So go check that video out when you get a minute. So I'll tell you what it's called real quick. It's called New Jeans. Go check it out. It's a really cool music video. I found this one today just kind of by accident. I wasn't gonna try and play too much of it because you'll get copyright hit and all that kind of crazy stuff. And that's why I cut the sound out of it. It is from one of those Japanese pop bands. So look, it's not music that I necessarily get into, but it's the quality that they're getting with their phone that you need to go check out. And anytime you're like, man, I can't make that video because I don't have a high dollar DSLR. That's garbage. Grab your iPhone, learn how to change the angles, learn how to play with it, get a microphone. Trust me, trust me, trust me. You can get those. I'm going to bring something back up though. So I have to show this real quick. I just have to do this. I can't help it. It's gonna have to happen. Everybody here, look, that I'm gonna do this because my wife is in the chat at this moment.
I'm gonna add to your Christmas vacation. Which I
It
do.
is
I
free.
probably have. I have most. I have a lot of Christmas vacation stuff now. So I've got the car. I've got the video for the shock video. I don't even know where half of my shit is anymore. But yeah, my wife loves doing it, and then she of course got me this. I don't even think I showed you guys, but I know Wayne already did, so I know you have. But all right, added this year. So yeah.
So I knew this one was gonna be one of those like hits in my house. This look, I want to hate on these so bad. I really do. I want to hate on this so bad. This is one of them that I actually think is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. So this one's kind of cool. The chase version of him has the lights that are all wrapped around him. I like the common and the chase version of him, which doesn't happen very often. The common, he's holding that whole like the moose
I'd
glass in
probably
his
have
hand.
the moose cup. That's more
I
iconic.
I have one with him with the moose cup though. It's the pop. I have the pop that he's holding the moose cup. So I'm kind of like in debate if I would rather have the pop with the moose cup or if I would rather have him in Christmas lights. I don't know, but I had to throw this one on there because I knew my wife was gonna be like, ah before we got out of here. I had to throw that out there. What's going on with Disney, man? Tell me how Disney's doing it this week.
Disney's quiet right now. There's a lot of things going back and forth with with some comments Bob Iger made recently about the actors and the writer strike. So they're kind of staying a little bit quiet with that. I do expect seeing some walls recently coming down that the first the Moana journey into water, the Moana thing over at Epcot is. I think they're getting ready to open that soon. They haven't really released a whole lot, haven't been told a whole lot, but then again, this time of year they keep everything kind of quiet because they're going to have Destination D23 around the beginning of September. I believe it's on the 9th or 10th or something like that. But I will be live streaming that when it does come. But other than that, I mean, Disney's been fairly quiet, and it's funny is, yeah, I think I might have even made a comment on it recently, or maybe even in one of my news videos that I do periodically now. I'd like to at one point 4th of July was kind of quiet, but since then I've been to the parks a couple times. It is not slow. It picked up quickly afterwards, and so it's an up and down. It's a nonstop, but they haven't really announced too many strong big things going on yet. So um, uh, some new items. Oh yeah, wait, there is if anyone is into festival, was it Food and Wine Festival starts next week. Next week. No, end of this week. Starts the end of this week. I think it's 27th. So I'll definitely be trying to get out, but I also go by I should break my own rule for food and wine and festivals at Epcot because filming purposes. But my wife and I have always had a typical rule with festivals. We typically don't go the first 3 weeks. We don't go the last 3 weeks because it is overly crazy. Too many people. You can barely get anything. And it's just nuts. And the downside with this year for food and wine is last year they had over 40 food booths. This year they minimized it down to 24. There will be 4 more opening up later in the season. But yeah, 24 food booths, not as many as last year. I don't know what the reasoning behind that is. Lots of speculation, but not quite sure what Disney's plan on that is just yet. But the menus for them so far are fantastic. So I'll try to bring you some of that as soon as I can.
I'm just gonna leave this
Hey,
right
there's rules to everything. Always rules.
I'm just gonna leave this right here. Like that thing's pretty cool. I wanna hate on it. I truly do. I wanna hate on these. The line itself, I think, is gonna be a flop. It has super creepy eyes. Just super creepy face. They're gonna be a little weird. There's some of them that are gonna be a solid hit, some of them that are gonna be a solid miss. I think you're right that they were just trying to, like, come on to something else after the sodas are starting to die out. They had to, like, dump something else in there, but I also think that they kinda messed the sodas up and stopped putting the numbers on them, which was a huge mistake on their part. I think even if they would have put 25,000 on it, it would have been better than putting nothing on it. I think that they just kind of like messed up and quit putting numbers on them at all, even though they didn't have to have that many numbers. They just kind of messed up. I didn't honestly think Disney was going to stay slow, though. I was listening to you. I didn't think it was going to stay slow. I knew that it was going to bounce back. Disney's this crazy corporation that everybody thinks is for some reason going out of business. I get so confused on like how
Don't
these
listen to a lot of that stuff you read into on the internet, the shorts right now of Disney, doing a fire sale and selling all this stuff. Trust me, they're going to keep as many assets as they possibly can at the same time of having the company's best interest at the same time.
Disney might be doing a fire sale though. So one of the things a
I
lot of
with
people
their
don't
entertainment side, because that's where they're losing all their money.
So a lot of people don't know this about Disney. Disney is forever gobbling things up. It's been a Disney way for a long time. I can't remember where I seen this. It was actually a few years ago, like during COVID, Disney was buying property. And everybody was like, "Oh my God, you're messing up doing that." And Disney does that all the time. They gobble up huge assets and then they sell them back off later. And then they gobble up huge assets and they go way into debt and then they sell them off later. So that doesn't surprise me or scare me at all that Disney is like letting things go here and there because you gobble too much up and you have to let a little something go and the things that aren't working you let go and then you keep the things that are working. I mean, that's just the way that businesses stay in business
Yeah,
is you just keep evolving. If you don't evolve, then you don't go anywhere, right? This
exactly.
is really cool. What do you have going on this week? Anything going on this week?
Not much. We're gonna have more in the next couple weeks because not this weekend, but next weekend we're actually doing a little staycation over at Animal Kingdom Lodge. So
Hell yeah.
I'll be bringing some room tours. We're dining at Chef Mickey's one day, so maybe bring you a food review. Got to get back out to Fort Wilderness because this weekend, if you guys remember, I went and did the final weekend at Trails End Restaurant. The quick service is now fully opening up this upcoming weekend, so got to check that out. And stay tuned because I did just read something today, and it's actually some of my better shorts sometimes. But I don't know if any of you guys have seen a couple times. I did the guests behaving badly. I have a new guest behaving badly coming up,
What is
and
that?
this
How have
one's
I
a
missed that?
doozy,
How have
huh?
I missed that? Is it like funny outtake reels?
I did two other one of guests just doing stupid things,
Like what?
and basically getting arrested or getting trespassed or something like that. Yeah, this one's kind of bad, to be honest with you. So it has to do with road drop, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. So guests behaving badly. I'll probably be doing another one here in the studio this weekend.
So are
Uh,
you filming these or
I film them. I have a different part in my studio that I go up against the wall and I put because the Final Cut now has this filter where it cuts out everything in the background, but it works best on a flat background. So I put something behind me. But yeah, this is guess behaving badly again. So it should definitely be interesting. Um,
Wayne's Island? Has a ring to it. We need to do a Wayne's Island. Wayne's Island 2024. Wayne's Nerf Island 20 Wayne's Nerf War 2024. Wayne's Nerf Ooh, we could do Squid Games, Wayne's Squid Games Island. Yeah, we could figure this out. So do we do like the real Squid Games or we do like a made up version of the Squid Games? Maybe we have a paintball war as part of the
that could
Squid
be
Games.
interesting.
Maybe we could do like these trivia questions where you fall into slime Squid Games. We could definitely do this, and then you just eliminate until there's one person standing. This is how we should do this. This is what we should do. We should all get the most valuable pop out of our collection, at least over $200, and we all put this pop in a circle, and we all get together, 20 of us, and the last man through all of the games gets all of the pops.
Could be interesting.
So
there.
with the option of buying back your pop at PPG.
Wait, what?
I said with the option of buying back your pop at PPG.
Then that changes up which one you may put up.
With the option of buying back your pop at PPG. Sign me up. That's what I'm talking about. We could, I'm telling you, this could actually happen. This could actually work. This could actually be a lot of fun. We'd have to get a lot of cameras though. Lots of cameras. A bunch of
GoPros and stuff like that.
We need a bunch of cameras, a bunch of people filming. I got to figure out how like logically I make that work. I'm gonna have to figure out how this works.
I did want to comment on something. Wayne's wife said there was a new theme park opening in 2025 in Oklahoma, boosting to be better. Yeah, I have seen that, but here's where the common problem still going to come across with that is I can't remember the name of it right now. It's going to be, to be honest with you, it's going to be no different than Dollywood, to be 1,000% honest. And here's a problem with going to Oklahoma and the reason that Walt decided to buy land in Florida. You're going to have to close during the winter time. Unfortunately, it's not a 365 park. Magic Kingdom will probably still stay the most visited park in the world. But Disney does have big competition coming up in 2025 because they do have, I believe, Epic Universe is supposed to open up in 2025 out here in Orlando, which is Universal Studios' third park. And that's going to have Super Mario Land in it. That's going to have another Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It's going to be pretty big. It's going to be pretty cool, to be honest with you.
Johnny is down. This is something that I'm going to have to seriously think about how I make work now. How do I make this work? How do we make this work? Gonna have to seriously think about that for a minute. Gonna have to seriously think about that one. Hey guys, this is the time of the show that I'm gonna say that I truly appreciate all of y'all coming in and hanging out with us. It's been a lot of fun.
And I definitely will throw one out because I know I've missed a show a couple weeks now because every time he does in the morning, and unfortunately, a lot of times I
jumped on there the other day
last week. Don't forget to check out Chase's Kingdom on Saturday morning, usually around 10:30. Hit him up to check out his great show. And again, and another person is don't forget about the Luau on Sunday.
Yeah, you got to go check out Andrew over at the Lou.
Another fantastic. Me and Wayne bounced each other off real well. I give a lot of respect to guys that do it solo. It is not that easy. It's not that comfortable either. So I give a lot of respect. Get out there, show him some love in the chat. Maybe you'll see me or Wayne randomly commenting really weird things.
I jumped in Chase's show the other day.
You did jump in?
I just jumped in. I was like, all right, here we are. I'm awake. Let's do this. I really wasn't awake. It was more like half awake, still needing coffee. But I was.
I'll have to go back and watch the rewind of that one.
I was in there anyways, guys. I truly appreciate y'all coming hanging out with me. The last thing I'm going to say about those boxes of fun is just be happy that you were able to get your hands on one. I mean, just be happy that we were able to get our hands on them and appreciate the pops that you're going to get out of them. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.
Have a good one. Later.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Sometimes the easiest things to do take the longest amount of time to get done. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but before we get out of here real quick, guys, don't forget to go check our channel memberships out. These are both very new features to Mr. TechBot and myself, but we're both very proud that we have made it to this point. So go check out our memberships. The link should be down in the description below. If it's not down in the description below, you should be able to go to any one of our videos and it'll be down in the description below. follow. So make sure you go check that out. It's super, super cool, fun way to get interactive with the channel. You'll get some really cool icons, some really cool emojis you can drop over in that super chat. You can drop over there in that chat so that you can flex on everybody a little bit. And don't forget that any and all super chats will go down in the description after this video is over. Give us 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get it down in there. I mean, we might not be able to do it right away. You know, we've got to eat dinner and still hang out with our family, but we truly, truly, truly appreciate all of you guys, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good one.